Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this video I'm going to take a look at the legendary quest cards from Saviors of Uldum expansion. I'm going to rank them from worst to best, and I'm also going to show you the best performing current decks for each quest card. So are the quests viable? Can you climb the ladder with them? Let's find out. Coming in at number 9 is Hack the System, the warrior quest. Attack 5 times with your hero and you get Unruffed Score, which summons 4/3 golems. Unfortunately, the current meta is pretty hostile to this sort of hit with weapons and summon minions that don't have taunt and don't have charge and don't have rush or anything. You get outvalued by giants or you get out aggroed by more aggressive decks, and that's why Hack the System is currently the worst performing quest in the game. And actually I could not find any Hack the System decks that would even see play at ranks 5 and above. So I had to dig deeper into the ladder in order to even find a list that someone has been playing. And yeah, I don't think I can recommend anyone play this. Things are not looking that much better for the Rogue quest. Coming in at number 8 we have Bazaar Burglary. Add 4 cards from other classes to your hand and you get Ancient Blades to equip 3/2 blades with immune while attacking. So does this solve the control Rogue problem? Rogue actually able to control the board without taking face damage because they can't heal anyway? Turns out that no, it doesn't. 3 attack is unable to control the board sufficiently well. And once again, you can get out aggroed when you play this deck, or giants, big things, just too powerful for you. This falls just in that mid ground where it doesn't have the sufficient power to be fast or be strong. And while Rogue as a class is fine, then Rogue with the quest just doesn't cut it. Coming in at number 7 is Supreme Archaeology, the Warlock quest. What? This is not last? How is that even possible? I was sure this was going to be dead last in any list. But there's one small glimmer of hope for Supreme Archaeology, and Tome of Origination, draw a card, it costs 0, and that's Mecha'thun Warlock. Mecha'thun Warlock is not doing great, it's barely reaching 50% at rank 5. Which means, yeah, it's not a great climbing deck, but I mean, you could play it for fun, I guess. And as an upside, it does beat warriors, so if you happen to find yourself in a meta with lots of warriors, then you can just kill them all. As a downside, things are getting more mage heavy right now, so the fortunes of Supreme Archaeology seem to be going downwards. Coming in at number 6 is the Hunter quest, Unseal the Vault. Summon 20 minions to get Ramakahan Roar. Hero power give your minions +2 attack. But the thing is that Hunter is not a token class. That's what I said in the pre-release videos. Okay, how is this going to work? Hunter is not a token class. And Hunter is still not a token class, so the quest doesn't really work all that well. You might be able to break 50% win rate with this. Maybe. Sometimes. Just trying to use all the possible token generation Hunter has, so Henchclan Hogsdeeds, Desert Spear, Unleash, Halazi, Swarm of Locusts, and maybe, just maybe, you can land enough tokens to win some games. Coming in at number 5 is Raid the Sky Temple, the Mage quest. Cast 10 spells, get Ascendant Scroll, add a random mage spell to your hand, it costs 2 less. That's a lot of value, but extremely unpredictable, compared to Primordial Glyph, which allowed you to discover the spell. And that was a great card, because when you discover it, you multiply your chances to get something useful. But with just getting some random stuff, in a meta where you don't really play infinite games, then that doesn't seem too great. However, Mage is such a strong class that you can drop this into a Reno Mage and you can still succeed. The downside is that you could just build a Reno Mage without the quest and you would do much better. Yeah, yet another quest and still no results. But it's going to get better, it's going to get better. Here it starts to get slightly better. With number 4, activate the Obelisk, the Priest quest. And I mean, the reward is insane. Obelisk's High, restore 3 health if you target a minion, also give it +3/+3. That is a huge buff. But activate the Obelisk also a little bit suffers from being slow, so where it has seen play is this sort of quest wall priest. or Resurrect Priest. You have your 9 mana spells, you have King Faoris, you have your Moshogs, you have your Katrina Muerte. You resurrect a lot of stuff, you can buff up your stuff. If you take the opponent to the late game, then you will have lots of minions. And board after board of threats. Nonetheless, we're still talking about the same performance level as Raid the Sky Temple, the Mage quest, so we can barely hit over 50% with this one. But I rate the Priest quest higher because Priest quest is actually doing something in this deck, whereas in the Mage quest in the Mage deck is actually only making the deck worse. However, all is not bad in the questland. We actually have 3 competitive quests. They are currently around tier 2 decks, all of the 3, and all of them have a chance to break into tier 1 if the lists are becoming more refined. So if you want to play quest decks, there are 3 quest decks that are actually good. And here's the first one. Shaman, Corrupt Waters. Play 6 Battlecry cards, get Heart of Urnal. Active hero power, 2 mana, your Battlecry is triggered twice this turn. Best used in a deck that has a lot of cheap Battlecries, so that when you click that button it costs you 2 mana, you want to get multiple Battlecries out of that at once. And these sorts of builds are currently doing fairly well actually. Definitely legend capable. Lots of cheap Battlecries, some 0 mana Mogu Flesh Shapers being played, a little bit of power at the end with Fire Elemental, Swamp Queen Hagatha, and then of course when you have run a Battlecry heavy Shaman deck you put in Shudderwock. You don't double the Shudderwock Battlecry, but hey, still jamming that in and getting one of each Battlecry that you have played is already pretty good. Coming in at number 2 is the Paladin quest, Making Mummies. Paladin quest has steadily improved its performance throughout Saviors of Uldum. It started out pretty weak, but as the lists have started to be refined, the quest is actually doing fairly okay. It can really defeat warriors easily. And builds like this one are starting to be okay, so that they can actually defend a little bit as well. They don't get completely stomped by aggro anymore. They still ride very heavily on that warrior matchup, but improvements are being made, and Quest Paladin, if you're looking for value, this is supreme value. And coming in at number 1 of quest decks and quests is the Druid quest, Untapped Potential. End 4 turns with any unspent mana, get the Osirian tier, a passive hero power. Passive hero powers are insanely strong typically, because you don't have to do anything special to use them, you just keep getting the effects. And when cards having all of their effects, that's incredible. This is the current best performing list according to statistics. It's a Jeff Nomi King Faoris build. Survive the early game, get a big swing, create multiple boards. Just very powerful stuff. It isn't quite my favorite Druid build. I think there are more improvements to be made. You can check out my earlier video about Quest Druid, where I'm running a Jeff Nomi Elise build that I prefer over this. And some of the more recent builds are also running bounces to smooth that early game. And probably I would need to update my own list into more that sort of thing to be better against aggro and still have that Nomi as a finisher. Quest Druid has some trouble dealing with mages because those big mage boards are just so difficult to remove. The only piece of hard removal in Quest Druid is War Druid Lodi. After you complete the quest, it's a poisonous rush minion, so it can kill anything. But other than that, a fast start from mage is very difficult to contend. But there are lots of threats, so this is pretty good against warriors, for example. And against any other little bit slower, like mid-range decks that are unable to aggro this down immediately and don't have the huge threats that this would struggle with. Overall, we got 9 quest legendary cards with Saviors of Uldum. Some of them have been rather miserable, there's a few that are barely hitting 50%, and there are 3 that are actually looking strong and are defining some new archetypes for Hearthstone. So the Druid, Paladin and Shaman quests are your choice if you really want to play quest decks and you want to succeed. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.